I don't have that knowledge. Because the best intention leads to the most damage.
Yeah, you see, they say a little bit of knowledge is dangerous, eh? But now, just coming back to what you said earlier, I was just going through that in my head, and I have to plug it into. I will never ever do that because obviously I don't know.
Yeah.
You told me something you did. Yes, not a fuck will I do that ever. And that is you guys go on your bikes at night time.
It's the best.
And you drive on the roads at night time with torches in South Africa.
We're a minimum of 5 to 6 people.
Yeah.
So we say less than 5 or 6 people.
And where do you drive?
It's in Pretoria East.
Yeah.
It's basically where Pretoria East ends, and let's say some of the plots and farmland starts.
Ah. So it's not in the city, it's in the bush.
Not in the city, so it's in the bush, and we go out, it's in a bike park. So from a safety aspect...
So there's a bike park here?
Bike park, yeah. There's 2 bike parks next to each other.
Okay, that makes me feel a bit better.
But there's roads between the bike parks and roads where we start. I'm not sure how familiar you are with Pretoria East.
Not really. Okay. I've got a thing at Mabel.
I got it.
I don't know how far that's from.
Yeah, that's Mabel Joburg actually.
It's Mabel in Joburg?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I thought it was in but anyway, yeah.
Anyway, so we then go out. We normally about a group of 10 plus.
Okay.
So we say minimum of 5 or 6. So from a safety point of view, we have numbers.
Yes.
And then your equipment on your bike or your light that you have.
Yes.
I think my light is about 1,800 lumens.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so my previous Fortuner, my bike light was brighter than my Fortuner's lights. So from that point of view, it's not an issue.
Okay.
But in safety ways,
It's always a risk, but we try from a numbers point of view.
What I had in my mind is you guys go out, you get on the road at night, the car's going up and down.
Yeah, where we start, we basically go down Silver Lakes Road, they're walking down to us. Yes, there's cars, because if you leave there 6:30, most of that time people are from Joburg that stays in Pretoria. That's the time they get home.
Okay.
Or the guys from the shops, they're going home.
Yes.
So that road is fairly busy, but there's a sidewalk we can ride on. So we either on the sidewalk, next to the sidewalk, depending what's happening on the sidewalk.
Yes.
But you're in a single file, and that's fine. If you don't go down Silver Lake, you go around. There's a very broad. It's not a sidewalk, it's net langs die pad.
Okay.
So there's a
Sykant.
ja, it's a groot stuk. So
Is it a proper basketball park?
Yeah, there's a little footpath.
There's a footpath.
But it's broad. It's basically from here to where the water starts.
Oh, okay.
Next to the road, open piece of land next to the road before the building starts.
Okay.
So there's enough space for you to ride there. You don't ride on the road or in the yellow lane, if you put it that way.
Yes.
But you have your light in front, you've got a red light at the back, so the car's supposed to see you, but there's always a risk. And then once you're out of this, I would say
But it's minimal. It's not talking about.
it's a calculated
can't
risk.
get one.
But what's the calculation percentage? How many incidents
sorry,
have
sorry.
happened over the last 1 year?
Since I've been doing the moon,
Wat is dit 'n elektriese aanval? Wat 'n hartaanval.
I've been doing this moon howler for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
We had one incident, and that's where it rained a few weeks before, and there was a car.
Russell, awesome job. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks. So there was a car that actually came off the road, and he drove onto that piece of land next to the road when it was wet. Okay. So he made a spoor, a track, a tire track. And about 2 weeks later, we came with our mountain bike, so that dried. So there was a tire track. It was just a little bit uneven, and the guys was chatting, and his front wheel caught that little, and he fell and broke his collarbone. But that could have happened on any ride.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, so it's not a risk related to the moon hour, but that was the only incident we had that I can't remember.
Hoeveel jy al opgegaan?
I probably did about, in the last 5 years, anything between 80 and 100.
They said they can't get an ambulance. Other countries poop in the year, yeah.
Like about 6 ambulances. Yeah, I phone about an ambulance. I phone to say, listen, if I get COVID, I'm at the pills. What must I do? She said, well, the beds are full and we've got no ambulances. So she said, just drive yourself there.
It's bad. It's easy to do.
Hello? Remember. 40 SGD. What is that? Talking Zulu to me. But I thought maybe, you know, don't you have like a cycle track?
Yes,
Like an oval track for cycling?
no, we don't use the oval track.
But is there one?
There is one in Pretoria. I've never been on it.
But is it far from you guys?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
working
close to
back from
technical.
safety. I'm
Yeah, but on a cycle track, if you refer to a cycle track, do you mean like an athletic stadium where you run a cycle around?
That's what I'm...
There is one in Pretoria, as there's Pretoria North, close to the old Technicon.
Wow.
But I've never been on it.
So now think about this from a safety point of view, because you're on a track, nobody can rob you or gun you around or kill you with a car. Secondly, it is a track, it's designed for bicycles. And thirdly, if you start off the initiative to say, guys, we're going to do time trials at that track, and prize is 1,000 Rand or something like that, then you can start your own movement.
But I
onto
think the other thing is more to be outside. You see
Yeah.
the.
So there is people doing it. What you're saying now,
Yes.
there's
Oh, they
clubs
always-
and there's groups that's actually, and I'm trying to.
They want to do more
You've
trials.
got your road biking, your mountain
And at
biking.
night, with lights, you can't freaking see where you're going. Like,
You can see better where you're going at night than in the day on your bike. Because now remember at night,
Got a big, good
you've got
light.
that spotlight that's so sharp
Yes.
that you can actually see where you're going.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
yeah.
actually will take a corner or go over something where in day you would be hesitant to do. Because in the day you actually see it, but at night, by the time you get there, you
Sorry.
just go over it.
can you tell me if this is a fake one or real? Because look at the markings are different. You know the fiber ends, have you seen those before? Is that a real one or is that a fake one? It's different, definitely, yeah. I think it's real. But now, if you feel the weight of this thing compared to the normal thing, can you feel it's a bit hot? No, this is a different one. Yeah, okay, don't put it up your sleeve. Eh? Put it in your hand there, okay? No, you mustn't put it up your sleeve.
Is that thing on as well?
Ja.
Yeah, you guys think.
Ach ja. Wat nou, lyk dit. Hy lyk my so sterk.